Buongiorno, and welcome back to Beyond the Borders. We are of course, doing Italy, part 2. Okay, enough for the Italian accent, for now. So, of course, as you know, Italy has made something great, called pasta. And that is why I like to talk about the country so much. Well, not the only reason. There's also a very, very fascinating and complex political situation going on in Italy. So, for a recap of my last session, if you don't remember, Italy recently had an election back last March. In that election, the old guard, represented by controversial former media tycoon Silvio Berlusconi, and the Democratic Party, led by Matteo Renzi, were both dramatically reduced in power, and in their place were the Five-Star Movement that I talked about quite lengthily last time, and the League Party, led by highly controversial leader Matteo Salvini. So first, a little background about the League. In the 1980s, a dude by the name of Umberto Bossi started what was then called the Northern League as a way to gain more tax autonomy from Rome. Many northern Italians feel that southern Italy is an economic drag on northern Italy because they send most of their money down there and they don't like it. So thus, the Northern League was born. Throughout the 90s and first decade of the 2000s, the Northern League would cooperate with Silvio Berlusconi's governments as part of the center-right coalition. Of course, things changed pretty dramatically after the 2008 financial meltdown. Suddenly, formerly trivial issues such as regional autonomism became much more irrelevant, and thus Bossi's leadership imploded. Yes, and actually, if you want to know, he's in jail right now for embezzlement, who knows. In his place came an ambitious, and some say dangerous, young politician named Matteo Salvini. Salvini restructured the party, which was fast on the way to suicide, as a party with three core tenets. 1, opposition to illegal immigration. 2, deep hostility to the European Union. And 3, drastically lower taxes. This program actually proved to be quite popular, as in the last elections in March, the Northern League, renamed the League to earn Southern voters, actually outperformed Berlusconi, and thus had a lot more options. So, how did the government form in Italy? Well, let's just say it's not easy. First of all, I told you about Italians and their egos. Well, that applied here. The Five-Star actually reached out to the Democratic Party to attempt to govern with them, only to be rebuffed by Matteo Renzi. Just look up Matteo Renzi speaking English. It is a great video. Now is the time of lunch.
I love that video.
Oh yeah, Wes loves the video too. So anyway,
The idea without market in a commercial area.
the results are not good. Anyway, so eventually the only option left became the Five Stars and the Northern League. Outcome called by the financial markets as a nightmare scenario. This happened, of course, after Berlusconi begrudgingly allowed his partner Salvini to go off on his own and make an alliance with the Five Stars. So everything was going great until just when they were about to get their government all ready, they had a prime minister, an unknown law professor named Giuseppe Conte. You read about that name, you'll hear more about him. Suddenly, the president, our old friend Sergio Mattarella, said this: "We don't like your finance minister. He doesn't like the euro." Well, you see, the choice of Salvini for finance minister, Paolo Savona, had written a controversial article saying that the euro currency was a, quote, German cage, and that Italy needed a, quote, plan B to get out of it, and this plan B should happen on a Friday night, so emergency lira can be printed rather quickly. Of course, the financial markets did not like this idea at all, and neither did Presidente Mattarella. So therefore he said, "No," And of course, Salvini and our old friend Luigi Di Maio said, "This is a traitorous action. This is a German coup. You are betraying the Italian people." And it was a very serious situation for a while, a constitutional crisis. I love that term, constitutional crisis. So scary. Italian presidents do have the role in the Italian Constitution, written in 1946, to reject a potential minister chosen by the incoming government. Of course, this is almost never used, as doing so would provoke a constitutional crisis. And provoke when he did. Let's just say that the financial markets were in chaos for a couple of days. There was even talk of the much-feared Italy exit scenario, and there are still suspicions that Salvini wants it. And all sorts of horrible things were happening. A new election seemed imminent, and more market crashes ahead. How fun, Italy. Grazie. Grazie for your chaos. That's all I have to say. So what lies ahead for Italy, now that they finally have a government? Well, Giuseppe Conte, the law professor associated with the Five Stars, remains prime minister. And Italy, in fact, has a host of pretty respectable cabinet figures, including Savona. But anyway, one of the less respectable cabinet figures is Matteo Salvini, of course, who has recently done a few controversial actions. First, when a boat of immigrants was destined for Italy, Salvini just said, "No, you can't come here," and luckily, while Spain said "sí" to the boat, it embarrassed Italy's image abroad and made them look like almost a racist country. Then things got worse when Salvini suggested a, quote, registry for Italy's Roma, or more commonly known as Gypsy population, an accusation that many accuse him of following, shall we say, Italy's Il Duce, Benito Mussolini. Well, I wouldn't say he's gone that far, but it's pretty dang close, and it's quite scary. So, expect to see more Salvini grandstanding, while the rest of the government continues to have no idea what they're doing, because these are not experienced people. Only, especially the Five Stars, they have no idea how to run a government. So, of course, Italy is a you-know-what show, or a cluster you-know-what. That is all I have to say. And next time, I will talk to you about another interesting world leader, Rodrigo Duterte, the president of the Philippines. So, arrivederci!
So, at the end of the video, I'm here to tell you, subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment any suggestions, and most importantly, we love the quiz questions in the comments. So leave those sweet quiz questions for us to quiz on next episode.
Grazie!